two.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Oilers and the Nighthawks, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate between the Houston Oilers taking on the Nighthawks of Brooklyn. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Murphy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Oilers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Murphy. He's got goal. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Nash. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action, Murphy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Nash. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Murphy now on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Murphy. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah,
hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now Bernard. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Seven, our score after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. This now a 3rd and 4. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys have taken the lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
Houston's offense taking over again. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taking it about the 16.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Scott. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
A try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a third down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Now Jackson, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Oilers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay,
in our
Coach,
game. Most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And it's fielded at the 34. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now Let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That is caught.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Nighthawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Jackson now off the bootleg. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets it tied, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll look to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Harris. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Houston's offense taking over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Ryan. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Oilers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run on first down. Donald, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Right back to him on first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
11 yards there, first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up
He'll look to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Nighthawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now out comes Houston.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them.
There he goes, right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 15 left to go in the 2nd half. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Throwing now is Jackson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 6, 56 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He'll look to throw.
On the move past the 40.
And finally taken down at the 45-yard line. throw. This for all the marbles. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.